I'm Daryl Khalid. I'll be your host today at the dojo. I'm very excited today. We have a great interview with Grandmaster Daryl Khalid, and we'll be talking about Tai Chi and Qi Kung. Does it work in combative styles? So, in honor, I'd like to introduce Grandmaster Daryl. Thank you today for being on the show.
My pleasure.
And there's a lot of questions about Tai Chi and Qi Kung, about does it work in combative levels or fighting, and at the same time, what does it really do for you? But real quick, I want to go ahead, can you give us a quick, brief background story on fighting and where you come from?
Well, I'm originally from Philadelphia, South Philadelphia. Grew up in the Wilson Park Projects. That's where I had my first opportunity to experience some of the martial arts, where this gentleman, he studied Shotokan karate, and he was teaching it in the rec center there. And I just had the opportunity to not be able to study directly because my parents felt that I was too involved with the streets. So they didn't want me to learn. So, but I learned anyway. I went and learned one technique at a time, went back and practiced until I went up to, after I got out of school, went to Korea, joined the Air Force, and went to Osan Air Force Base, Korea. And when I was there, I happened to these guys tried to rob me. And, all I can remember is South Philadelphia gang war and fighting and stuff. So my mentor happened to see me fighting down the street. And after I chased the guys down the street, he came up to me and says, do you know martial arts? And I said, just a little bit, because again, you didn't want to say what you really knew.
Right.
And so he told me to come over to the dojo, to the dojan, to learn, to meet Master Kim and to learn Tang Soo Do. And I'm like, wow. So I went there and met Master Kim and watched the class. And it was so different from what I saw when I was 12 and 13 years old. Now here I am 19 and understanding different styles, because growing up in South Philadelphia, you learned how to box because boxing was the thing, and everybody knew Philadelphia boys were the boxers. So, so I learned how to box, and so with the boxing and the martial arts, and I was a pretty formal opponent out there. But then when I went to Korea with Master Kim, he asked me, he says, you want to learn Tang Soo Do? And I'm like, yeah. He told me, come back tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. Next day I came back, and he said, oh, you want to learn Tang Soo Do? And I'm like, sure. Didn't realize protocol, how to act in a martial arts school, how to act in front of a teacher of martial arts. So finally I said, he says, Daryl, do you want to learn Tang Soo Do? And I said, yes, sir. He says, Master Yi, go out there and teach him. And that's how I had formal training. And so I got my black belt in Tang Soo Do in 1971. And in 1975, I met a gentleman named Grandmaster Andy Apple. And we were at a seminar with the great Grandmaster. And I saw this man go up to a plant and put his hands out, and the plant started vibrating. And I said, I need to know this. I need to learn this. And I asked him about it. And we talked, and he shared his knowledge with me. Then one day, this gentleman, he was from another Tang Soo Do school from New York. and his name, Frank, you know, and he says, sir, I can't kick any longer. He was 75. He says, I can't kick high like that anymore. He says, but I learned this thing called Iron Shirt Qigong. And I said, Iron Shirt Qigong? Interesting. And he showed me some of the moves. And he told me, he says, my teacher is 95 years old, and his teacher's 105, and they live in New York. And I said, if I can live that long doing those exercises that he showed me, I said, I need to learn, I need to do this, I need to practice. And I had the opportunity to go to China in 1978. That was another trip.
You've been all over the world.
Yeah.
You got to realize you've been all over the world. In Tai Chi or Qigong, or using the energy, how we talked about the tree. We had a conversation earlier about the tree and how it's used if somebody's coming at you. How is that? How would that be used in a combative level? When we're talking about using the technique once again in a combative level. We're saying this, but how is that used if somebody's coming at you?
He came and he was called himself trying to shoot down at me, and I'd be like that, and actually it would go around his head, and actually you can almost feel the chi coming around your head and your face and stuff. So the thing is, they moving fast, you know, and you see how if I wanted to hit him here, and I hit him there, all at one time, you know. So now if they happen to go down low, it would be here. So the same motion how I'm grabbing here, it would be the same motion as I'm grabbing here, and it will snap his neck down. See? So this is really when you get in the street. So like say he throws a jab at you, you know, there's your hands right there. You see, I don't try to do like this because then that leaves me open. And see, I'm right there inside, and now I have this one. See, and now you see my stance is not wide. I'm short and tight. So we here very tight. I'm scared. So, you know, so you can see how the flow. And if I come here, and then she goes here.